All right, Citywide Gardens family. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, and I am just getting around to processing my tomatoes. Well, not my tomatoes, but tomatoes I purchased because my tomatoes just didn't do well. I had 5 gallons of Roma tomatoes from a farm in Jersey here near me. There's the other 3 gallons. They've been sitting in my deep freezer. And then I have here, I do have some of the tomatoes that I grew. I had cherry tomatoes, I had Roma tomatoes, and if they're Romas, they are super duper tiny because they just did not do well here. These are some of my Romas here. You can see how little they are. Some were even smaller. And then tomatoes I've gotten. These were cherry tomatoes off of the volunteer plant that I had outside my back door. Then I've been given tomatoes from various things, and I'm going to put them all together in my Oster roaster that I got on Facebook Marketplace. It's an 18-quart self-basting roaster oven, and I'm going to put all these tomatoes in there, let them cook down, and then I'm going to put them in my food mill, which takes out the skins and the seeds, and what's left I will then put back in the roaster to make my sauce. I do a base sauce, not a spaghetti sauce, not a pizza sauce, just a base tomato sauce that can be turned into many things. So I will keep you posted. All right, second part. I put all of the tomatoes in the roaster, and they've been going for a couple of hours now. And this is so full of just the liquid from the inside of the tomatoes. So I'm going to strain out all of what I can get. I'm going to leave the juice that's in here, water juice, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to let it cook overnight and see how far I can get it evaporated to see if I could use this at all to make sauce. If not, it'll just go down the drain or in my garden. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but that's a whole lot of water that came out of these tomatoes. But we will see. But for now, I'm taking out the solids and cooling them down. I'm going to put them in the fridge, and then tomorrow I will put them through the food mill to separate the skins and the seeds from everything else. So then I can cook down what's left to make sauce. With the skins and the seeds, I dehydrate them, grind them into a powder in a food mill, not a food mill, in a bullet, whatever they call it, those little grinder things. You can make smoothies out of them, but I use it to grind down the dehydrated skins and seeds to make a tomato powder. And phew, don't knock it till you try it. But I'll keep you posted. All right, Citywide Gardens family, it's Friday, and I'm just getting back to this. This is all of the juice left from the tomatoes. Of course, there were some tomatoes I didn't find. I said, let me try to cook this overnight, see if anything happens. It reduced from about here down to here, but it's not getting any thicker. It's literally just the water that was inside the tomatoes. I'm not spending days and days reducing this, and it's really dark, and it smells kind of burnt, even though it's not burnt. It just has a unpleasant smell. So I'm going to strain out anything that is left in here. Then I'm going to use the food mill strainer, whatever you want to call it, on the tomatoes that I did get out of here last night to separate the seed and the skins from the rest of the pulp, and then everything will go back in here if it's enough. If not, I'll use a smaller pot to make the actual sauce in. So stand by. All right, I am almost done with this entire pan of tomatoes. That's where the skin and seeds come out. This is where the juice and the flesh for the sauce comes out. This one was spraying crazy, so I put foil over it. This is what I have so far. This is what's in here now. And I just turn this, and everything comes out. That's the seeds and the pulp coming out over there. And then the seeds and the skins. And that's all. And this is all what will become the tomato sauce. All on here. Probably don't need to scrape it, but I am. This thing's made such quick work of these tomatoes. It's crazy. Damp them down. Put this back down. But that is it. And I'll be done very, very shortly. All right, finished processing. This is what's left. This is the skins and seeds, and I'm going to put them in the hopper again and run them through and see what else we can get, because we usually get more. I've seen people get more when they run it through again. So I will show you. Right. Put the seeds and skins in again to try to get some more of the juice and flesh out. And it got really, really stuck. It started to not turn. Well, it took me a long time, but this is all the seeds and skins that it got too dry. It's the only thing I can think of. Nothing was coming out through these holes because it's all clogged with the seeds and the skins. Well, now I know. I guess I can add a little bit of water or a little bit of oil when I'm doing the skins and seeds, because I'm going to end up adding oil into my sauce anyway. But at this point, I'm done. I'm just going to take what I can get off of here and what I got already in the bowl with the skins and seeds from the second go around. Here it is. And I will dehydrate that and then grind it up in my spice grinder and turn it into tomato powder. Like I said, don't knock it till you try it, but I will video the next step when I get there.